Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa Morkovich reporting to you live. I have about a minute to shoot this video, but I wanted to just jump on here really quickly and take a second to talk about phobias and treatment for phobias. This is a very important subject, and I will make future videos that go in further detail about this very subject, but I just wanted to come on here very quickly. Phobias, what are phobias? Phobias are when you have these very specific fears for something. So phobias, there are many, many different kinds of phobias. There's phobias of tight places, there's phobias of spiders, there's phobias of dogs, there's phobias of large crowds, there's phobias of not being able to escape certain situations. There are many, many different types of phobias. I get asked very frequently, like what happens if, like, say you have a phobia of dogs and then you just, you avoid dogs, right? You avoid dogs and therefore the phobia doesn't feel as pronounced, it doesn't feel as severe because it's not in front of you. Is this effective in terms of treating phobias? So the answer to that, in short, is absolutely not. What is effective in treating specific phobias is working with a skilled cognitive behavioral therapist that can also do something called exposure and response prevention. Exposure and response prevention is exactly what it sounds like. It's gradually exposing you to the things that you're afraid of, in a way to begin to desensitize you to the actual fear so that it just doesn't feel so scary. The more you avoid something that you're afraid of, the more that you're kind of reinforcing and sending a message to your brain that this is something to be scared of. With phobias, it could start off as, like, for example, if you have a fear of dogs, a phobia of dogs. So say, you begin to avoid walking on a certain street. Because they're, on that street that you have a neighbor whose dog runs out and barks and that makes you anxious, right? So you start avoiding this street. So that's how it starts, right? So then it can actually build up to the point where, eventually you might think that you hear a dog and you have the same trigger, the same fear response, the fight, flight, freeze response that you probably so frequently hear, that's associated with anxiety. So the fight, flight, freeze response gets activated and you start getting anxious in situations where there really isn't a dog and you think you hear a dog. It could get to a point where even looking at pictures of dogs becomes super scary for you because you've conditioned this fear to be afraid of even looking at pictures, looking at videos, it might even be that you start avoiding TV altogether because there might just be a video of a dog or a commercial of a dog that pops in, and then this is how it just escalates and gets louder and louder. Yes, I have seen people that have such extreme phobias that they, basically limit their lives. They limit social interactions. They limit places that they go. They might even be afraid of coming out of their home for longer periods of time, where they have safe places that they're okay with going, but they have, other places feel dangerous because there's the possibility that the thing that they're afraid of, the phobia that they're afraid of, might be there. That, for example, supermarket may have a dog. So again, treatment is very important to find a skilled therapist. This is something that I do myself, something that my practice does. Skilled therapist that's trained in doing exposure and response prevention and cognitive behavioral therapy. By gradually exposing yourself under the guidance of a therapist of the thing that you're afraid of, you begin to desensitize yourself to the fear, and then the ultimate result is it's no longer scary for you anymore, and you can get your life back. Doesn't that sound great? That's all the time I have for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, please like, please share, and hope to see you soon. Bye.